Hi guys, welcome back. A little quick one here. We've had the teams out for the games at the weekend.
Yeah.
Some interesting inclusions and exclusions.
Yeah, I mean, Ireland, should we start with Ireland? I think as we predicted in the last video, they've gone for arguably their strongest side they could select
that's
from.
what we wanted them to give it a bash with their strongest side, see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So it's nice to see that, obviously, it's nice to know that you know what you're talking about occasionally and have called it correctly. So
maybe, yeah. I mean, I was suggesting maybe they have Lama on the wing. They've gone for Conway, but it's kind of same sort of thinking. A bit better under the high ball, maybe.
Yeah. Dan Levy coming back in at 7, I think, is a good move. I think he did seem a little bit of a loss in the last game.
Yeah, Geordie Murphy did well, but yeah, I think Levy's your number 1 on that tour. Open side.
I mean, arguably he is your number 1 at the moment, isn't he, with Sean O'Brien?
Yep.
Even if Sean O'Brien's available, I think Levy's done enough to have that shirt at the moment.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's a lot on his shoulders, Al, because they're kind of relying on him to kind of work at that breakdown, stop Pocock, stop Hooper. So that's quite a biggie.
It is,
Again, with Sean O'Brien out, he would have been ideal maybe to have O'Brien 6 and Levy at 7 if you really want to target that breakdown and try and negate the party pooper.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the front row is looking strong. I mean, I thought actually the front row did a good job last week, but when you have the experience of Cian Healy coming back into that starting 15 and Tadhg Furlong. Tadhg Furlong.
Tiger without the
Yeah.
And the interesting thing though, Al, is old Cronen's still not in. They've gone Scannell. Apparently Smith rates him. Herring did a good job, fine. But still no Cronin. So is he injured? What's he done wrong? Has he, not returned Smith's lawnmower again?
Yeah, who knows?
I thought that he'd be the number 1 on the tour.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm completely wrong there. So that's interesting. They've got Toner and Ryan as the second row. So I still think maybe Henson Ryan's probably the strongest second row, or maybe even Tadhg Beirne, but we haven't seen him yet. But I mean, Toner and Ryan play for Leinster together. European champions, so it's pretty decent.
And you'll be pleased with your centre combination. Yeah,
absolutely. I think Henshaw and Ringrose I went for in the last video. However, I think Aki has got a slight injury. I don't know if that's an excuse or not, but Ringrose in. Definitely think he's the man.
Yeah.
But I hope they play well. Obviously, I want the Northern Hemisphere sides to win and play well, but we need to see how they go full strength and playing well against Australia. I think that'll give them their best answer.
Yeah,
if they play poorly, make loads of mistakes, you're still not going to be quite knowing how they match up to Australia.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, agreed. But it should be a good game.
Oh, yeah, it'd be an absolute cracker. Okay, go on, who next? You chose the first one?
Let's go Wales next, shall we?
Wales next. Yeah, cool. Come, what strikes you from them?
I think again it's a very similar backline. I think the only change is Aled Davis at 9, isn't it?
Well, Watkins come in. I think that might have been enforced. I don't know if they were going to do that anyway. I think Hadley Park's got a broken finger.
Yeah, a bit of an injury, isn't he?
Nasty finger.
Yeah. But I think as a backline, it's exciting, isn't it? Like we said in the last video, it's exciting, it's young, it's fresh.
Yeah, it's a few changes, but still it's quite solid. It's like regular. They've played a bit together.
Yeah, exactly.
Gareth Davis been given a rest completely from the squad. Fine, you don't need to see any more from him.
No.
He's number 1.
And I think Aled Davis offers a very similar game to Gareth Davis in that respect. Obviously less experienced, but has that youthful exuberance.
Absolutely.
That they'll play a similar tempo in a similar way. Similar style of playing.
And Thomas Williams on the bench, he's a classy 9, so they've got a lot of talent there that they need to get on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the big story there is they've gone 2 7s.
Yep.
I think like you mentioned. When it works, people go, that's brilliant. You've gone for speed, you've gone for work at the breakdown.
Yeah.
Jenkins and Davis are very exciting on paper, but obviously then you're kind of, less on bulk, on power.
Yeah. You slightly lessen your ball carrying options. For me, it lumps more effort and responsibility on Moriarty at 8 to be that in the back row, that main ball carrier. They were lucky with Navidi and Shingler and Moriarty that you've got 3 big ball carriers who also happen to be very good around the park.
It's one of those ones where Gatland said the target's not winning, it's trying everyone out in combination. So I get that.
Yeah.
When they've played 2 7s in the past with Tipperick and Warburton, when it's gone well, it's been praised. When it's gone badly, they said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But again, they're trying not to get too hung up on the result.
Mm.
But But if they go 2-0 against Argentina, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
With an experimental team.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would have done differently in this second test, I would have given Gareth Anscombe a run at 10 from the off. Just you've kind of given other guys a try. You're resting certain players. Yep. I would have given Anscombe a go at 10
or 15.
Or at 15.
I think he deserves a start. I think he really does. So that's a little bit harsh, possibly. Then. Okay.
That'd be my only criticism. I think.
Let us know what you think on that Welsh team. Okay,
England
last but not least, England
team.
team.
You kick off.
Okay, you gave me a little test yesterday when the team came out. You said, "Guess what Eddie Jones has done?" So I was trying to think like him, and I got one wrong. So
you did all right, actually.
Not too bad.
You did all right.
I thought Harry Williams might come in for Sinclair just to beef up that pack a little bit. Launchbury was always going to come in when he was fit, which he has, which beefs up the pack certainly. What's the big stories there, Al?
The back three for me.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced with Mike Brown on the wing. I'm still not. He's a great player. He's good on the wing. He's solid on the wing. But he got exposed with pace. I would have gone back to what works. That's settled.
I think I agree with you completely, but I think it's not so much he wants to see Mike Brown on the wing.
It's he wants to see Daly at fullback.
With Mike Brown in the team, helping, being the solid, experienced guy.
Yeah.
That's more what I hope. I hope he's not thinking Mike Brown's long-term wing. I just think he likes him so much he needs him in the team.
Yeah, agreed. I just think, I don't know, you still want to win the series. Although it is about giving Daly experience and exposure at 15 at international level. You've still got to win the Test series for me.
Yeah, it's a balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they've got really the wingers to replace Brown. I'm not convinced on Solomona. I'm not sure Earl's ready. So I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Hence why I guess that's where I thought he'd stay with.
I mean, it's interesting because you look in and around the squad and you think, there's an abundance of awesome English wingers coming through. But then you get a couple of injuries. Yeah, Watson's a huge loss at the moment.
Yeah,
Jack Knoll.
Yeah. It's the same with any nation, really. I guess when you take up two of your top guys from a position. But I thought Slade played well. I think when I commented that the midfield wasn't quite right, it wasn't that they didn't play well individually. I just didn't like the balance.
Yeah.
So Slade playing again at 13, absolutely fine. Although I would have liked to have seen Lazowski on the bench at least.
Yeah,
so I think he's had such a great season. He's worth a look at.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But Cipriani's in on the bench in that slot.
Yeah, which I'm really pleased to see. I think with Piers Francis, not taking nothing away from Piers Francis, but I think, and listening to Eddie Jones talking through the week, he's got Cipriani in there for exactly what we said last week.
Something different.
It's something different. He's creative. He does things that are a bit out the ordinary.
Well, in the last 20 of the game, if you want to start trying a few things, a few chips over the top, a few delayed passes, some no-look passes, a little bit more high-risk stuff, he is the man to bring on.
Yeah, and I think it maintains the balance of the back line because you just go forward for Cipriani rather than moving Farrell to 10 and Sunderland to 12, and it just disrupts it too much.
It's a good point. It gives you a nice little change up without massive disruption. Yeah. Completely agree. What else we got here? So same front row. Sinclair, probably needs to have a big game.
Yeah.
Launchbury hopefully will make an impact. Now Brad Shields in at 6. That's the
just
next
a quick one on Itoje.
Yeah.
If he is on the pitch to target de Klerk, he needs to stay. He needs to stay level-headed. That's my biggest thing, because he did lose his head in the last test.
I don't think they're going to do that again. I think they've learned their lesson from trying to target him specifically.
Yeah.
I think they just need to play the game. Yeah, really.
But I'm really intrigued to see Itoje de Klerk battle and see whether there's still that little niggle from the first test.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Good call.
Yeah.
So Rob Shaw's got the chop. Boom, gone.
Right, I think
it's hard, isn't it? Because he's such a great guy.
I'm a massive fan of Chris Robshaw because he does very similar to Mike Brown in that way. Actually, he does the hard work. He's a team guy through and through. He will be gutted, and rightly so, I think, to just be out of the matchday squad.
But he just hasn't had the impact on, like last week and a couple of games before. He hasn't really had the impact on the game.
No,
yes, you can say he does the bits and pieces, but sometimes games need big ball carries.
Yeah,
they need massive tackles, they need turnovers, they need breaks, they need some offloads, and it's just not something that he gives.
Yeah.
And they're giving Brad Shields a go, and I'm not saying he's going to be the man.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah.
It's just a let's have a look.
Yeah. I mean, for me, all the talk has been about there, including Shields for his line-out work.
Okay.
For me, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Play another second row. Why? You look at the bench and they've still not got a second row replacement on the bench.
Yeah.
But South Africa have picked 3 line-out jumpers.
Yeah.
So why haven't you gone and put a second row in the bench?
Yeah, I'm not sure again.
It's funny, isn't it?
I'm really not sure about why they've done that. Because on the bench we've got Mark Wilson, probably a 6, real hard guy. I can see why maybe he'd work against South Africa. They've got Nathan Hughes again, which just strikes me that they still think Billy Vunipola won't last the match.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't put a second row on the bench.
But again, you've brought Launchbury in, fine, but he's a lump.
Yeah.
And a second row.
Yeah.
So you think you bring Nathan Hughes on off the bench.
Yeah.
And he's a lump. Mm-hmm. He's a difficult bloke to get up in the air quickly.
I think it's a little bit of a smokescreen saying we've brought in Brad Shields because he's a line-out option. I think it's a nice soft let-down publicly for Rob Shaw.
Yeah.
I think the reality is that he hasn't played well enough last match, but the cover is, well, we need a bit more in the line-out.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit to that because Peter Steph-Toy is an excellent line-out jumper.
Yeah.
Maybe it will help, but I think it's just a little bit of a smokescreen there.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben Spencer in again on the bench, so Robson again shunned, which is really harsh.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I
was thinking about it during the week, and I'm not sure whether it's because he offers a left-footed kicking option at 9, something a bit different.
Well,
all the others are right-footed.
Something extra he offers, certainly.
Yeah. So and he's a decent goal kicker.
Very good goal kicker.
Again, if Farrell's having a bit of an off day, he can come on and...
True, but I still think the scrum half replacement is there for impact rather than just in case the kicking goes wrong. So
agreed.
I'm still wondering what Robson's done wrong. Hopefully he'll get a run out in the last test.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are the 3 teams. Let us know what you think, if they're the right picks, and also predict who's going to win each match.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. Guys, tell us what you think, and until next time, we'll see you then.